Well, it's still raining outside. Today is Sunday, February 9th, sorry. Sunday, February 9th, 2014. Tomorrow, my father will be 89 years old. Born in 1925. Silly Sally stays up there with my folks up in Northern California. She cuts my father's hair, and between the course of a 1 month hair cutting, she noticed that he had lumps here and here that had formed over the course of 1 month, that about the, I guess, golf ball size. So he went in for some testing, and last week the preliminary or the initial diagnosis from the tests, from the biopsy, is lymphoma. So he's going to do some, I think, some kind of bone marrow test, and I'm not sure if he'll get a full body scan or if the bone marrow test will determine if there's more, or if it's spread or something like that, and which will help them determine how to treat this. And I guess there's different ways, either pills, chemo, or surgically. So that's what's going on today. I saw Ken River Vlogger's video to William T. saying happy Sunday. I'd say it means that William T. has a day off today, but he hasn't responded yet to the video, which means he must be busy with family or working or dealing with life, which happens to all of us. It's kind of quiet here in the house, as you can hear. I can't hear any kids, or I can hear Jack is eating his food over there behind me. It's his lunchtime. And I am in the process of doing some more chores. My job will be the floors. So I'm clearing the chairs out. I'll roll up the rugs. You can kind of see the dirt, but of course I have to do the dishes from breakfast and stuff. Huh, Jack? I gotta do the dishes, huh? Yes. And, when it rains, you get little mud spots here and there. So that'll be my job to clean up. So look out the front door. So anyway, Sunday is as Sunday does. I don't look forward to going back to work tomorrow. I still dream of doing lots of different things other than work. I bought a lottery ticket on Friday night. I still haven't checked. I'm assuming it's not a winner because, I haven't been struck by lightning twice. So chances are it's not. But in the back of my head, if I don't check to see if I am a winner, I can still pretend like, well, what if I do win? So the yard is kind of a mess still. See, my almond trees have blossomed. And they dropped their blossoms, and the kids were pretending like it was snowing as the blossoms were dropping. And that tree continues to turn orange. That one's really orange behind it. Got this crazy pooper scooper from my mom. And half of the time it doesn't work because his little poops are more soft stool. You get your stick? You gonna play catch by yourself? That's good. You're not bringing that in the house, are you? Well, I don't know if that should be in the house. Oh, and you just want to jump right up on the couch, too. Well, I'll let you get away with it. Come here. I'll let you get away with it, okay? Because you're so cute. Yes. You like that bone? Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Okay, you can have it. I already went and got the paper, and we already read the paper this morning, so we've already been doing chores. Kids are in this extracurricular, I don't know what it's called, but get together with other kids and they presented with a problem, and then they have to solve the problem together as a group, and it's a good thing. So they're doing that. Mrs. Silly took them, and she's running other chores while I take care of some of this stuff at the house. Feeling a little down today. I've been listening to all the vlogs about and blogs about, the membership of Vloggerheads, and those of us who remain and those of us who leave, and the different thoughts. And I agree with a lot of what people say. I think I left a comment on Victoria's blog how I feel about it, how there's a life cycle, a blogging curve. What do they call those? Bell curves. You peak, and then if you're not getting what you want out of it, then you get what you want out of other areas of your life. So, I mean, if there's I don't know. Or maybe there's just no room for attention for anything else. I think my phone might be almost out of juice, so I think I'll sign out. But yeah, I'm feeling a little down. One of my sons got another, I guess there's a bad doctor in Doctor Who. This is a different sonic screwdriver. The bad one, the bad doctor sonic screwdriver. So there's one of my favorite pictures of my dad and I with the boys, taken a long time ago. Well, I don't know, a long time ago. I probably started vlogging by then. It looks like the boys are maybe 4 or 5. Maybe 3. Yeah. I'm gonna try and get up to visit him in the next couple weeks. Visit Mom and him and Silly Sally. And Silly Sally's youngest, the boy's cousin. I think that's about it. Yeah, I enjoyed the little Friday videos with Ken, and I did make a video earlier this morning, pre-newspaper, or after I got the newspaper. I made a video, and I was gonna upload it. Maybe I'll still upload it behind this, edit and put it together so you guys can see it. I was gonna put Mrs. Silly on it. She's due. She needs to make an appearance. I try and get her on here at least once a year. I noticed in Big Rab's last 2 vlogs, he's put Mrs. Rab in. And the first one, she made an expression that I'm very familiar with when you're filming somebody who does not want to be filmed. Or, I don't know. Some people, I don't know. This is still a hard thing to describe to people, that you know people online, that you've become friends with people. And so when they see you talking to a camera, like Mrs. Silly she'll kind of laugh. Like she laughed a little bit this morning when I turned it on, and I asked her if she wanted to be on the video, and I knew her answer already. She was still in her pajamas. Yeah. 5+ years, it's been fun sharing our lives, getting to know folks. Certainly the people who leave, it's a bummer in a lot of cases. Some cases it's okay for people to leave. What do you mean, leave? Leave. So this is another monotonous vlog. I just watched Josiah's shows us a little clip of an alley called Piss Alley, because it's and he says it's not really, it looks like an old alley with old establishments, but he says it's actually, it's made to look that way, so it's not as old as it resembles. And Ogier posted a clip of Blade Runner, and the alley did totally, I was watching it and it did remind me of that Blade Runner. And then Ogier posted that embed of a Blade Runner clip showing Harrison Ford eating at what looks like a little restaurant in Piss Alley. Those little restaurants look like they can only hold like 15 people. And the last, when I start daydreaming about, I'm kind of stuck in a daydream most of my life. When I start daydreaming about different businesses, I can't help but think of restaurants, just because so much of my early life was in restaurants, that and I enjoy cooking most of the time. That it'd be fun to have like a little restaurant. I guess it'd be fun to have a restaurant if you didn't have to make money at it. If you could just do what you want to do, I mean, you tell yourself, if I build it, they will come, but you never know that. I mean, just like a vlogging site, you could open a vlogging site, but if, just because you have good scrambled eggs and bacon doesn't mean that people will come. Or that it'd be fun to have a 15-seater restaurant. A smaller restaurant. Big restaurants are good too, but I don't want to spend all my life prepping food and serving food. I would want to put out quality versus quantity in a restaurant. I don't know how vlogging sites work. You kind of need that. With what William T. mentioned was the inspiration from other people when they vlog, and that's how it is with me. I had actually made a vlog, and I don't know if I mentioned it in the comment on Victoria's blog, but I made a vlog talking about how I get my inspiration and creativity from other people's inspiration and creativity, and most of my banter is because it's a response to somebody else or something I feel, unless I'm sharing. I'm not sure where I was going with that, but yeah, certainly is interesting. I posted a discussion on racism because of some dialogue with Broken Mech, and I had found some embeds on some BBC History Channel or BBC History documentary, and another one, an American one on American history of slavery. And it was a long one, especially American history. There was one on history of slavery by BBC, and then American slavery one, and which was longer, but the detail it went into was surprising, and was an eye-opener to me, and really kind of, it's stuff you hear about all the time or from growing up in America. It's part of our history, sure. But to see it again now, after a few decades of not really paying attention to it, and it being Black History Month, I obliged myself in watching it, and I enjoyed it. And it really solidifies the idea that the stereotypes and the feelings that we hold or that are institutionalized, the institutionalized racism has a history itself. Some of it might have stemmed for me from the comment that that one woman had made a video. I think her name was, I can't remember what her name was, but she left the site, about them moving in and how crime will go up and drug use will go up, and they don't want them to move in. And from there I found this 1950s video embed on YouTube about controversial, some black couple moving into a white area in the 1950s. And I had interviews with many of the people of the community talking about their feelings about it. And to know that these feelings, founded, unfounded, what have you, they go back. That's part of the American history, right? To me, watching the series, it's just the series on slavery. It's that from the beginning, the keeping down of a people, the fear of them uprising, the putting things in place so that there won't be, or to limit the access, to limit the ability for uprising. Even as far as creating the ideas that help you justify keeping them down, keeping people, a people down, keeping a people. Yeah, and it's been my experience that these feelings in America are not just, for white, aren't just Caucasian, and people from across all races have these feelings that we've learned that, we don't necessarily have the feelings, but they're there. You name it. Filipino, Guamanian, Hispanic, Salvadorian, black. We all hold feelings and stereotypes about other people. But again, watching this history of slavery, it really gives you a bigger picture of how ingrained the stereotypes are and the feelings are, and how, which also makes it a little bit scary when people, Broken Mac posts eugenic-esque information about genetically people are inferior. There's people just waiting to hear stuff like that because it solidifies these stereotypes that they've held, which makes them feel more comfortable about segregating populations. Alright, that's my ramble. A lot of topics there for you. It is Sunday. I'm talking to Vloggerheads. You want to say good morning to Vloggerheads? You're due for an annual, peek at Vloggerheads. They haven't seen you in a year. No? No. Alright. Well, it's Sunday. I already got the paper. And weekends are, on the weekends we do allow at least 30 to 40 minutes, sometimes longer, of video gaming. And got one here playing a video game on the Kindle Fire. And there's Zoe. John Ain't Right said that Zoe looks pregnant. And it's true that Zoe does. She is one big cat. And we've really put her on a diet, but she doesn't seem to lose it. So we don't know what to do about that. She's just a big kitty. So Ken, does William T actually have Sunday off? Does he work on Sunday? Still raining. Still raining out here, but as I understand it, it's not going to be enough rain to really change the fact that California will probably be in a drought conditions William T, I hope you have a good day off. Yeah. Happy Sunday, everybody. Ken. Whoa. Come on, Zoe. Butt out of my face, please. Thanks. It's all happening at the Sillies. I do believe it.